Much better now. Can you guys hear me? Are sharp no? Or what? Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Okay, are melang ga ba requesting ga. So tomorrow re bua ka meantime ke ntse ke emetse tshwanetse like tomorrow re bua ka autism, re bua ka Down syndrome disorders, re bua ka ADHD ne mo baneng. So yeah, ba bana le bana ba na le problem ya Down syndrome, you come and share with us how are you coping. Please add this one. Speech delay. Okay. All right.
Hello.
Thank you, Abukoki. Hello.
We are back.
Yes, we are back. You know, it is a
So,
radio show.
yeah, as I was saying, the best thing you can do for yourself is to, when they leave you, not to go back. I've been off that relationship for like 2 years, but the scars are there. Remember, you said we were going to talk about self-confidence and whatnot? The scars are still there because now there's this thing, the seed that they plant on your brain that it keeps growing and they keep watering it.
Yeah.
And then now you start believing them and you believe I am this person that they're telling me. Someone asked Guti, can it happen that you date a narcissist and become one? No. But you start doubting yourself. You think maybe I was the problem. Maybe I'm the toxic one, because of these things that they planted. And when you're in a relationship with someone for more than 3 years, you tell them everything. Trust me, they will use all those things against you. I have a horrible scar that I got when I was 16. So when she broke up with me and I accepted it for the last time, no, I'm tired. Who's going to date you with that disgusting scar? I stayed and I accepted you with that disgusting scar, and to this day, because now it happened when I was 16, I'm 30 something, I've accepted it, I live with it, but now suddenly I start doubting it. Now I find it disgusting because the person that I loved for almost a decade told me that it's disgusting, So guys, it's not easy living, but it's the best thing you can do for yourself. Because now I'm in this healthy relationship. Every time we have an argument, my partner needs to tell me, why are you fighting? Because now you're always on defense mode.
Yeah.
No, siyakhuluma, baby. When you are always ready with kuzoliwa nihlukane, you're going to throw things around, but now it takes a while. It's been 3 years, but I'm still learning to navigate. Some days are worse than others. And when you first posted this topic, I think it was a day ago, it triggered a lot of things. And now it felt like I was going back to it and back to that situation. So my point is, we make it sound easy to say walk away and whatnot. It's not. But when you find the opportunity, run, run and don't look back. It's quite dangerous also to live a narcissist, because like I said, it's been 3 years. Sometimes when I knock off, there's a protection order in place, but you can't dump me umangwen. There are fights that are still happening.
That one is a psychopath.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
That one is a psychopath.
Yeah,
It's not a
it's so dangerous.
That one.
Because
It's a
now she's in a
psychopath.
relationship, ne, ausbi.
Yeah.
She's in a relationship, ausbi, ne. She will
Yeah.
take her girlfriend and they will stand by my mother's gate and take pictures and she'll send me, look at me, I'm so happy, but why are you taking pictures at my home? You know? So yeah,
That one is a
before it gets
psychopath.
too dangerous, walk away. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
That one is a
scary.
maniac.
It's so scary, but yeah. Oh, and when you talk about these things, because they are so good at protecting themselves, when we talk about these things, you are a bitter ex. You are a bitter ex who's trying to ruin their lives, you know?
Mm.
Because they are so good at manipulating everyone around you. So when you start speaking up, there's like, no, you are the one who's trying to ruin their name.
So when have you moved on with your life? Or are you still trying to
I have. No, I have. Like I said, I'm in a very healthy relationship now. It's been 3 years. We're turning 3 years in August. But
Oh,
still,
okay.
I'm having those problems with this person. And I have to run. I
Yeah.
had to run away from home and move to Welinikasi and rent when I was not ready, because this person didn't mind showing up at Kaya at 4 a.m.
Yo.
So I had to move and find a room to rent just to be away from home. But yeah, it gets better eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Austumina ntse a bua ne e be re mo khata network. Guys, kgalemela motho otle. Ke mang? Peace. Okay, to me.
Oh, yes. As I was saying, Hore, as mothers, we should protect our kids. And I'm not saying protecting our kids, we should take away our kids from their fathers. My experience, I was married to a narcissist vele, and then I got married again. This is my second marriage, ekele mo yona. So my marriage ya pele, my ex-husband will not say anything. You will see ka di-action gore he means business. He won't like la go discourage, a go discouraging like a go bolela in your face, but he will show you, money wise that I'm the one who's working, and I've been the businesswoman ever. Azanka bereka lekgowa or any other company, so I've been hustling. So there are moments where you don't have that income because your business is running smoothly and whatever. And then he will make sure I know that I'm the one who's working, I'm the one who's providing. And he was, I don't know, there's a say ya gore basadi ke bone ba ba kwatang, wa kwata monna ga go mo kwatela o sa mo buise mo ntlong. But now I would experience that from him. More especially if we can fight towards body 25, which is month end, a payday. And he will get angry. He won't say anything. He will get paid. We won't even discuss the financial what we have to buy, school fees, pay, or whatever. By the time I see gore Mario, now it's worse. Let me ask this person gore aw. Kanti yaanong re reka neng dijo, re patela bana transport and all those things. And he will leave a card mo ya bank. The least money that I will get, Uzbutilo, will be 500. So you tell me, Hore, what are you going to do ka 500? You understand? So I decided to leave. And to leave, it was not like it's amele because of that first encounter. No, it was happening for the past 10 years. And he will threaten me with that divorce. And I will say, what about the kids? You know, those things. But to an extent, when I got home and get ngwanyana mo ntlung and so on, o kila bona, o feel as if kare le ga o lwana, ke wena o tlo kubiwa mo ntlung. Then you reserved yourself. And then I started saying to myself, this is over. What can I do? I cannot fight for this. And I stopped talking to him because he was working the night shift. He will come phakela, so we will not sleep in the same bed. Akere go sebetsa bosigo. Then I would wake up in the morning, prepare the kids, and then wa robala. And then I'll go. I had a little tech shop nyana. Be busy there. And then at that mist, you feel I'm working towards gore ke be independent, ke ikeletse tšhelete ya ka, ke tswe mo mothong o. Then this Pakistanis batla alongside my street, so I couldn't cope, handle that business. And then I would, I would go every weekend because ne ke utlwa gore I ka suffocate. Every weekend, ke tsa bana ke ya ko gae. Then come back Sunday, just like that. I think it happened for 3 weeks. And then he couldn't take that. On Monday, he said to me, ke batla divorce. And Osbutula just said, okay. He didn't expect that. Remember, I used to say, what about Bana? Let's work it out. I just said, okay. And then, I don't know, maybe we expected, after a couple of days, I'll get that sharp, get that right. I went on. Every Friday, ka tsamaya ke ya ko gae le bana ba ka. And remember, nna le ene re na le di-stepchild tse re tlileng ka tsone. So I will take le ngwana gage ra ko gae every weekend, Monday, ka boa. Then he was like, we can't live like this. So what are we going to do? It was, I think, February that time. And then I was like, unona ganang. He said, batlela bana skolo. And then if o kry skolo, o tla bona o tswa yang. We can't live like this. And I made sure ke batlela bana skolo around my parents' place. Luckily, ka kry bana skolo ka second term. And then I moved out. And then we agreed, okay, you will take 10,000 rand a month for bana and all those things, transport and what. I was Butelo first month on the 25th. I remember I went ilibusigo ka bo 7. Ke re ishe re kilo rekela bana KFC. Ke go gae, mind you. Ke rekela bana KFC to eat on that night and then for lunch tomorrow go skolo. So I spent about 300 and something go KFC. The following day, ke ya garage go tshela petrolo, ke isa bana skolong. When I swiped for full tank on my car, it declined. And then okay, because nele mo locationing, they know me. I said, ke tla tlisa tšhelete. I can't reach him. He's underground. Later, around 2, ka mo founela. What's happening? No, go na le debit order, so they took all the money. I sharp, ke tswa mo dilong, ke kry tšhelete on my side, ke patelle bana. It happened, it was a month-to-month thing. Every time fella, the 25 hanga swipe, he goes and withdraw all the money. So ever since we agreed 10,000 rand for maintenance for bana lina, I never got it. I will just use 300 or 500. To an extent, one of my friends said, man, this thing, when I wait, you think tšhelete debit order, there's no way debit order tsa tšhelete kana. Let me buy my grocery nna, wena o nswipele. And it happened that time, Shomekas spent 4,000 rand for grocery. And then, patala sharp. And then I'm that 4,000 rand. And then he blocked the card. So my divorce, as I'm saying to my fellow women who protect your kids, my divorce was messy, especially financially, because he was hurting me financially, knowing that I'm down, business is not going well, I'm trying this and it's not going well, but I managed, because in that midst, he would come and pick up the kids. a tsamaye a ba tseye for weekend hale mo leafing a ba tseye. We were in a process of a messy divorce because he was dragging a sa batle body 50% tsa high and all a sa batle re share anything, everything it was his, because now I never had a pay slip azanka sebetsa. So I protected my kids because I didn't want them to see that, and I didn't want them to be involved in that. Even today, they still have the relationship with their father. Okay, we are not fighting anymore because of bygones is bygones. But what I'm saying, because the situation is different, my husband is not allowed to see his kids. His kids told him 99 mo matlhong gore a re go batle. We don't want you. O hetile mama rona. You understand that? So those things they build up to an extent ya gore go be le this thing ya bo narcissistic, because of we instill that thing mo baneng ba le banyane.
Oh,
And
okay.
then
Now
bana ba
I
gola ka
understand where you're
yone.
going.
Bana ba gola ka yone, ha ba gola ka yone.
Yeah.
Wa understand ngwana
Now
o
I
wa
get.
moshimane. Ye, ngwana moshimane
Yeah.
ha a utlwa a bolelela papa gage gore a ke go batle o sa tlhole o tla le ko sekolong, because I encourage him gore e ya ko sekolong, even if you don't know where they stay, you don't have access for them, but e ya ko sekolong, and we do pay maintenance every month. So make sure gore you go, even if a ka se ko wena ngwana a bua le wena, mare just that picture wa bona wa khothala, and then it's fine, because vela fika ko ntlong o tlo re papa natlile, hey wena this and that whatever, I don't know what's going on. But I'm saying, as a parent, if we instill this hate mo baneng gore wena you got hurt by your person that you thought who you were in love with or you had a relationship with, and then you instill it ko ngwaneng, o mo ruta that thing ya gore le ene ha a gola, as the relationship, or whether it's a friendship or whatever, o tlo dula a feel gore yene ke yene o petere, yene ke yene o kgonang, wa tlhaloganya. So
Yeah.
that's
So
what I'm
also
saying to women.
to me.
Basically, what I'm saying to you. Okay, yes.
So after le finalize your divorce, ne? Ngwana wa gagwe o what the stepchild?
No, ngwana wa hae was stepchild because I was in communication with the mother. She background was not okay. She felt gore a dule le nna, and then o dutse le nna for that year only, but then a monka back. O dula le
Oh,
ene. Yene, I don't
okay.
want to take it away from him. I always tell even my friends and family, oh, you know what? Now my ex-husband, he's more a better father than when we were together. Because I don't remind him, hore, patela maintenance, patela. No, we don't even go to courts. We don't do those things. You understand that? So because you maintain that, hore, my head is my head between him and me, not with my kids. Waibo. So if I'm going to tell my kids, like if you know, there was a strike for 4 months, Kodi mining. So there was no income. But I cannot say to my kids, yeah, Papa Luna, this and that. I had to maneuver to make sure my kids bakraya dilo tse ba di tshwanetseng. And if I get khoni, I explain this I can't this month because of this situation. So basically in this platform, I'm saying to women, if you fight with the ex, whether it's a baby dad, you are not married, it's not ukilama, because divorce, they are messy. But are in saying that thing ya gore o nkeditse botlhoko, and then ke tlo go etsa botlhoko ka gore o rata bana ba gagwe. Let him love his kids. He doesn't love you anymore. Move away from that. Move away from that. Wena o heal, wena o heal, so that when you step into another relationship, you'll be able to deal with that relationship in a right manner. E seng gore bana o tshwanetse o ntse dula o re bana papa lona o etsa yana, papa lona, like Abutkoki said gore ya tshellana, because ngwana a bona mama ge alla a re motho ona ke yena nkedisang, ngwana wa hate le ene a re papa ka o hetile mamake, wa tlhaloganya. It's easy for that child gore a be a bully ko sekolo. It's easy for that child gore I hated the next person a tlo ratanang le.
No, to me, thank you for your story. and ke itumelela gore o simolotse, like I was saying guys, sometimes ha re simolole straight ka directly ka kganne, re simolola kwa re explaina pele, then o mutla go bofelelong ne gore pila na batlo reng. Ha simolola o simolotsa re bolela gore we must be careful, narcissist di affecta bana yang, wa bona. So o re file story sa gagwe go bofelelo le gona re explainelang gore le bana ga se tle ba batla papa, you understand, mara ga a re ene a re bana ba go mo papa wa, no ga isa ba rialo guys, ke bone mo a re se go tsenya bana mo dintweng, no ga isa a re ene o rile bana ba tswe mo papa wa bona, bana ba decidile gore ga ba batle papa because of they saw the abuse ya papa mo mama. I was to me, thank you ne. Hello dear.
Sorry to say, to go interrupt. When I say bana ba batle papa bona, I'm saying ka my current husband, the one that I'm with. The previous relation, remember we met really two from marriages and then we got married. So bana ba gage bone ke bone ba reng go papa. Now my kids with their father, they're okay. Bana le good relationship, akuna any problem. So basically what I was outlining was that really the parents, really bomme, re se ra kenya bana in our fights because now wa utlwa ngwana ha le monyana ba re go wena a go go batle. It says you are instilling that to your child because this person hetile this and that. Hence I was saying I'm encouraging him, my husband, to go and see the kids at school, even though he doesn't have an access. He doesn't have an access to go and see the kids. He's not allowed to see the kids. You understand? So now the kids, they are saying it right in his face. Ha a ya ilo ba bona ko sekolong gore o sa tlhole o tla mo sekolong a re go batle wa bo.
Okay.
So that's what sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, ne?
Okay,
bye. How's Deborah? Deborah.
Hello, sisi.
Yes, unjani?
Ngikhona kunjani sisi?
Ngikhona. Deborah, cela ukuthi ukhulume osichazela ukuthi you going through a divorce ne? Yes, I can hear you.
Hello. Yes.
Ngiyakuzwa. Yeah, ngiyakuzwa kahle.
Right now it's mess. It's so uyangizwa clear. Yes, it's very mess right now. I'm so confused. I don't know. I just need the assistance and the guidance because it's so traumatic and nabantwana they are so yes. Nabantwana they are very affected by this because they are also confused. They don't know what to do. My ex, he's the one who started with the process of a divorce. He's the one who's divorcing me. But now, as it's proceeding, he's continuing interrogating me, asking me questions. What is it that I want? It's like he has done this unsure we are a divorce or not. And also the way there's been a lot of things. Nama in-laws, they were involved. My parents, so I can. They were the ones who are pushing him ukuthi si divorce.
Ngikulalele. Yo. La mutlu lona ka go. Na a ke mutlu guys, a ke mutlu. Or ke network ka gape. Why always ga the brats e be khata ba gthong? I think it's her network. Okay. Mina right lapha ne. Right mina. Yeah, the brass goes man. It's your network. Okay, uhambile. You also request a photo, guys. Yeah, mina being right. Also request a photo. Unfortunately. Also I know what to bua le nna ka kganyela divorce ne. All right. Let me add someone. Henny. Nthabi ke tla go yeah, hamba uzabuya futhi.
Hello.
Hi, Henny.
Hi, Butelo.
Yes, dear.
Yeah. I can go, ne? I can share my story.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
this topic, actually, Deborah, the piece, Deborah, it resonates so much with me because I'm
Yeah.
also going through the same thing where I've been served summons from my husband. It's a divorce. Wabo. So
Yeah.
Isharena has been going on for 10 months now. Wabo. So like that situation now, he's not sure if he wants it or not. Wabo. So now, le bana, we've got 3 kids. Ke mo kry-ile ka bana ba 2, and then nna le ena re na le ngwana o me 1, wabo. So ever since September last year, we've just been in that situation where I've been served summons. Every time I can mutisar, okay, so what's the plan? What are we gonna do? Wabo. So now everything is changing. What do you want? Wabo. And I feel like now all the time I'm pushing for her this thing if fail. And he's just taking a step back. Wabo. Because now we've included the lawyers and everything. Kore, it's so draining to a point where every time ke nna ke botsisang hore, okay, did your lawyers respond to my lawyers' emails? What's happening? What's not? Because the lawyers they don't respond to anything. They don't. We will send
So where is he
reminders.
at the moment?
So now umuvile out of our home. Ne?
Oh, okay.
Umuvile out as a malebana by 2 nakashala in our marital home. Ne? So now in the process of horekisa our marital home. Ne? And I was not involved in the whole process. I found out late or he's in the process of selling. Wabo? So and of which he's not supposed to because it's part of our divorce process. Wabo? So it's a messed up situation because one day motu happy, one onyaka ho cooperate, the next day is not. So it's a very difficult situation to be in. So I don't know whether this thing e tla ba ya fihla mafelong because no, divorce takes time. It will even take 5 years for us to conclude divorce. And I'm like, how? But you initiated the divorce because now it looks like you don't want it anymore. What does one do? So family habo ba ikgogetse morago, they don't want to be involved. My family Leona is also tired. It's just one hell of a mess.
Yo, I don't know, guy, man. Let me check if Irene na le rona. Irene is a legal practitioner. Kopa tse aus Irene ne
Okay.
from a legal perspective. Ke tla tsenya ba bang.
Hi, Henny. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Irene?
I'm fine. Look, on the issue of him dragging the divorce to be finalized, I don't know what advice you got from your lawyers if you're legally represented, but we have a system that you can use to compel a person to do something. Like, for instance, if you need them, like maybe for instance they were sent a particular document that they need to reply to and they are not replying, there are applications that you can actually institute in court to compel the other person to do something, right? As long as there's a legal duty on their part to do it, you can actually, with the assistance of your attorneys, do an application so that the court can compel them, like actually force them to do that. And number 2, guys, divorces don't actually really have to take that long, especially with small estates, right? I don't know, maybe if you have tried, or if you have tried through your attorneys and his attorneys to sit and see if you cannot reach a settlement and have what we call a settlement agreement, because that is the easiest way of dealing with it, especially if it's a marriage in community of property. Were you married in community?
No, Rona get out of community with an accrual, which makes it tricky.
Okay. Oh yeah, those ones are a bit tricky because there must be a calculation of your estate and his estate, and the accrual must be calculated at the end of the day. And then on the issue of him selling the house, can you please do an application to interdict him to sell the house?
Oh, okay.
If you can even do it on an agent basis, because if you do it through the normal court, but you must consult with your attorneys about this, to see if you can proceed or you can succeed on agency. Because if you do it on an agent basis, the court is gonna want to know, when did you know about the fact that he's trying to sell the house. And then when did you approach the court? Because if you're going to say you knew 6 months ago and then you're only approaching the court now on an agent basis, it's not going to work. But my advice to you is that to protect your interest, do an application for court, get an interdictory order to interdict him, because he's actually trying to dispose of his assets before finalizing the divorce, and that's wrong. Because once he sells that house, his accrual is going to be affected. So probably you'll find that at the end of the calculations, your accrual is more than him, and then you are the one who must pay him. So get an order, just consult with your attorneys and then tell them if this can be done. But I believe that the only way for you to stop him from selling the house is if you obtain an order interdicting him from doing so.
Okay, so it's something as I'm going to touch a base with my attorneys to
with
apply
your
for it.
attorneys,
How long
yes,
does
because
it
you're gonna need
take?
someone to assist you with the application. Yes, and then if you have not known for long, you can try to do it on an agent basis. But agent basis, you really need to prove that it's really agent, like it's a matter of life and death. But you can otherwise you can do it through the normal motion procedure in the normal motion court.
Okay.
But just consult with your attorneys, because if you don't do that and he sells the house, it's gonna be difficult for you to do anything else after the house is sold.
Because the information came to me on Monday, where one of the
This
agents
Monday.
called me. Yeah, this Monday, one of the agents
consult
called
with
me.
consult with them, and then see if the information came to you on Monday, you still have a chance of doing it on an agent basis, because you don't know when he's gonna get a buyer and actually succeed with the sale. You understand? Because the normal motion court takes a lot of time. Like if you are to apply for a court date at the, I don't know where you stay, at the Pretoria High Court or Joburg High Court, maybe you can get a date yabo November there if you were to apply now for a motion court date. So, but if it's urgent like that, if you only knew on Monday, just pick up the phone, consult with your attorneys and tell them, look, I got this information and I'm worried that this person can sell the house. I think maybe can we try to get an order against him, interdicting him from selling the house, and then tell them if you that you want it to be done on an agent basis, because you don't know when the house is going to be sold. Maybe even now as you speak on Wednesday, he's already got a seller, a buyer, and then they are busy now, finalizing the sale.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
So just get in touch with your attorneys ASAP and then explain to them and explore the option of, doing an agent application. And then, but also talk to them that if this person is drinking and they keep on trying to communicate with the attorneys, they can also make use of the court process of compelling. You can actually compel a person, because you're not going to wait for them to do it. So I want to know, how far is your divorce now? What has been done? Okay. Obviously there were summons.
There were summons. We responded to those summons. Summons, so they took sometime in May. Then we
defended.
Sorry? Yes, we defended them.
Did you do a notice of intention to defend? Yes.
Yes, we sent a notice. They didn't respond to the notice. Then we forwarded the plea of defense.
Yes, you did your plea. Yes.
We sent it through. Still, they haven't said anything. They had 15 days to respond to it. Last week of their 15th day, they did not say anything. Then I approached my lawyers. My lawyers, but no, after 10 days, we're going to ask for a subpoena. Go court. Right, so that I think it's part of that forceful procedure. Yeah, born. So, but
no, actually, a subpoena is a document that you use when you are calling someone to court to come and testify. So it can be a subpoena.
Okay.
Maybe it's something else. Maybe you missed it. Yeah.
Okay, so because moving out last week, and now I'm left with the house now. Then that's when Monday, the lady who sold us the house called me. I'm put her how okay, the people that are viewing the house. Are you aware? What not one? Because I'm the wife, right? And I'm like, no, I don't know anything. Well, no, I'm trying to call your husband because the people want to view the house. I'm like, okay, give me the background. What's happening here? That's when she told me, well, no, your husband approached us, but he wants to sell the house, and I must get people who are going to buy and whatnot. So information Monday. Then when I contacted my attorneys were they will have to register it go this office, which takes time.
But that's the thing. Let me make you understand. Once that sale goes through, remember you are not married in community. You don't have joint ownership, right? It would be a different story if you guys were married in community and then you had joint ownership. So in this case, you don't own the house, right? The only thing that is going to take place is that at the end of the divorce, your accrual and his accrual will be calculated, right?
Yeah.
And then the one who has the more accrue, like let's say for instance, let me give an example so that people can understand. When you are getting married out of community with accrual, when you get married, your estate is calculated. Let's say at the beginning of the marriage, when your estate is 500,000, and his estate is 1 million. And then when you divorce, your estate is 1 million, his is 1.5. So the one who ring estate ya high more, like the amount that the estate is more than the other, you share that amount. Understand? So if after they calculated the accrual, his accrual is more than yours, 500, then it means you will take 250. You get my point?
Yeah.
So him selling the house is definitely gonna bring his accrual down, because that house is not gonna form part of those calculations, and you'll probably find that it's the biggest asset that he has, and then it was gonna accrue more. Understand? So that is what he is probably trying to do. He's trying to cheat you so that by the time the divorce is finalized and the accrual is calculated, his accrual will probably be less, because the biggest asset has already been disposed of.
Yeah, and Irene, to be, maybe I hope I'm not taking time. With the house and everything and all the assets, you know what, it's fine. I don't want those, as long as you can pay maintenance for the child, right? Which was part of the settlement. No, it's fine. Take all the assets. I'm okay. I'm working. I think I can sustain myself. I'll find myself a rental apartment. I don't have a problem with moving with the child. Understand? But please, at least if you can maintain the child. Understand that if you can assist maintenance, now I will pay for madulo kantle and everything else. Still, he doesn't want to cooperate. This guy.
You are actually abandoning the accrual calculation process.
Yes. I think it's not, for me, it's better, because I think in Ali it has got its own confusion, Leon. Now with him selling the house and whatnot, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm gonna end up paying him. So I'd rather leave the assets, right? And just and to maintain one. That's it.
What assets do you have when?
No, not just have
your
him.
name.
I give my pension and my cars, and I don't have property or anything. He's the one who has the property and all the cars and everything, but they are under the company name. Babon, that's the other thing. So
yeah,
that's why
under the
company it's complicated.
It's even more complicated because
which is my frustration. He doesn't cooperate. Like let's sit down and talk about what the kid is gonna need without involving lawyers, and he doesn't want. It's like guys, like yo.
Okay. Now my advice to you, approach your attorneys if you're serious about abandoning the accrual calculation process. Approach your attorneys and ask them to do a settlement proposal. In the settlement proposal, when I tell them what you want, I want this, I cannot abaliona, I'm abandoning this. And even in terms of maintenance, be specific with the amounts. Be specific with the amount of work.
What do you want to do, fella? We don't get a response. The amount that we want, maintenance, we are abandoning the accrual system, everything. He doesn't go to
compare.
Yeah,
do an application to compare. Yes. Because once you have a court order that is forcing him, when I just talk to your attorney and say, because this person is quiet, application to compel him. After that, then he will have to cooperate.
Okay, I think that one not in this situation.
Yeah, and then if you are abandoning the house, then you don't have to do that thing, that application to interdicting from selling it. Yeah, he can sell it. He can sell it because this is. But even it's under the company, it depends what kind of a company is it. If it's a sole proprietorship, the assets of the company are the director's assets, and
and he's the
vice
sole
versa.
director.
Understand? So yes. So if it's a sole proprietorship, even if the assets are under the company's name, they are his assets, and his assets are the company's assets, like vice versa. There's no separation in terms of assets if it's a sole proprietorship. Yes, they can actually come after you on a personal level if your company is in debt or something like that.
Exactly. So now I'm abandoning the whole thing. I think that's what I need right now. I didn't know about that. Ke contact attorney and just tell them about it and see if I can get this guy to just cooperate. I think that's not for me. That will help me in this.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
even know.
Yo, bathong o tshene go accrual ka je go itse go accrual bathong
Hey, why is
go
accrual?
accrual
Oh,
yo
accrual.
hey
But
go
thank you so
accrual
much, Irene.
yeah thank you Aus Irene
Thank
Aus
you.
I think ba bona o tlo bua lona mo sonsele o tla ba utlwela mo sonselene ba re moeng
Okay.
mo comment section o tla nna mo teng mole and then
Okay.
hey guys ano e re tlo bua ka yona next week ge e ya di divorce ya bo di accrual COP yo go accrual guys
The headache.
yeah go headache it's so messy ha re tshe utane hey na ka utlwa go accrual ka jeko ba gaitso hey ke tsaba the accrual part of it gore it's accrual I think intense like gore perpetual and nna perpendicular yo koki nna ke go accrual batho ngwetse o itse go income of property koki welcome a ke tswana o tswile or wa khama na mara khama ge khama koki khama yo tongwetse keng it's keng go itse go diagonal ka jeko bathong go diagonal itse go diagonal koki go request gape ne because go sama go era ene ya cruel yana mo teng go parallel
Pause.
oh okay no ka understand go cruel ka nna wa tsena ka phoso sentswa ke a se bothata out of everything it's getting go geometry go square root yeah guys I tla bona gore maybe ge Monday re ka di divorce and all that ne Monday Has our question because of how cruel let's have a cruel too much on nothing it's a ho what ho compelled oh compelled okay I was thinking
Le guys mo tsela
don't ga vovo
re teng hle ha no ho accrua le ka mohle dimo ha it's toxic
how
you look
cruel
guys now I'm actually going through this life no le my ex-husband ne
yeah
we've been together for
bo cruel or bua ka narcissist
narcissists
oh okay
ka narcissist
okay
I've been with him ono when this thing ya re o nyalane le motho o ipotsa gore he'll get better.
yeah
I've been I'm guilty of being the first one of the few people who collect red flags. The first red flag ke la e bonang was noticing gore hana relationship le mama ha a rate mama wa hae. And I came into this mindset of thinking I'm gonna make sure I build this relationship. I make sure yena le mama hae ba buellana ono bona. And then ha bona ke close le mayang ostracize le mme wa gagwe bjana. Ono bona. He's a person who does not talk. He was very abusive financially. Ona itse gore ha ka setse ntho a e one I two I three ke tlo e ngala ke ikirele yona. Even when it comes to the kids, ona le abusive le sexual, and I'm gonna say abusive because mo lenyalong if o sa fe mosadi wa hao the love I tlhokang, especially in the behind closed doors, you are abusing her because wa mo deprive one, you know what? he was like that. Should ba na le di disagreements ka tlung tla ba sa gana ka dikobo and ke ntho e tswang ke basadi eo.
Yeah.
Ono.
Monna gana ka
A gana ka
blanket.
dikobo. Ntwetse. Yena dula go lapile he o kgathetse and all that stuff. Until such time ka mo patreka na re batla go tlisa ngwana ka ntlong. That was for me the end ka re ke a tsamaya. A nyaka go tlisa ngwana ka ntlong a ipoditse gore kile heso ne.
Yeah.
Only to find out ha fika ma 80 bjao o thola ntse ke le ka tlong le bana. And then ke bona girlfriend na le ka koloing he. A ba reverse a tsamaya ba lo paka in the backyard. Ke ba sentse ba busy gone mo ka koloing in the backyard. Nna setlaela se nna I'm thinking yo modimo monna ka ba mo tshwara pogo cause o tla monna wa kena wa kwala wa reverse wa tsamaya. Ke re wa di final di criminals di tse fela tlong ka bo khati bo eng. Ke sala mo koloi mra ke tla ka morantlo ke a bona koloi ke bruku o busy ka man o busy bona yo who are cruelly who jwang who perpendicular o no bone o tlhatse mahlo a hao ka metsi a pompo ya ka ntle ntse gore the devil is a liar, you're not seeing it. Ha o bone ntho e bona ngwana na le busy mo monneng wa ka and the sad thing ngwana na she saw me first and she carried on.
Huh?
O mpone pele. Yes.
Shit.
O mpone pele and guys let me tell you ha ntho e tlhaela ha e tlhaga ka wena o bona re ka ba di clever jwang mara ha ntho e se etsalang wena ba dom. Wa tseba ke ne ke thotse ke tshwere gown ke eme so straight ke gore se sena movement go latsi ka mo tlhogong kelelo e kwaleile gore ke shebile ntho e etsalang. Eventually guy ha phamisa tlhogo ke bona na sa fetsa ha re tlang se dutla ke sena ka dikaono tse pinki se nna modimo ke a paka ke a tsamaisa koloi eo ke starta koloi a jumpela ka driver seat a tsotse bjao a starta koloi a balisa ngwanana wa hae since ke me mo guys now I've seen it all gore ke di bone kaofela.
So a boe ge mo guy and explain.
A bua ke founele mamage ke motse mama 1 2 3 4 5 wa tsa mama ha ya ba reng ke motho na ha interested mo lenyelong ke re batla ba boyfriend tsa phatlo tsa gago mo pakela tsona hantle a ikele ngwana o a gaonelela cause next time o tlo go kudisa a bua moshimane ka bo mathumi so hey baby I'm sorry hey ba nloile a ke re ba hey ba nloile
Witchcraft.
nna ba nloile a ke tsebe ho tsalang I know what to do ntho tsa right tse meneng ke di etse ke a di itse mara come the time tla meneng ke di ra ke tsebe mara ntho tsa snacks it's very easy for me to do ke ra ngone se bona carry on ka ntho tsa tsa snacks wa e bona a monna ka mo tshwarela a ke re o mosadi ba go itshwara ka bohaleng
Near fuck. Iso mo grela monyana a mo kame.
Ka tshwarela a nketsa hape in 2 months. Jale ke sa tswela pele mo phone o tse bona bodomo phone ya e bulega domo ke re jale ke ntse na trust issues a ke re ka phone ntse ba tlotla le ngwana wa Xhosa ngwana a re hey things are still how did it go I managed to soften it up tuna baby so we can still push our thing on the side. Girl she was comfortable ho tla le ke a bona na sa ikemisetse go tlotla le laptop ke mangwa mna kwethu hore e be the second wife. Kore ngwana se la ga bona relationship e ntse tswela ka ra guys I'm tapping out. End of April ke tsamaela le bana ba ka re bua so ke tulela mo mohirong le bana ba ka and we are happy.
Yes.
Actually qale he divorce process but yeah I will deal with it once I'm mentally ready no bona.
But how are you coping je fela go nna go morentong without daddy young?
I'm coping fine and I'll tell you why I'm coping fine.
Yeah.
Ntate Mdimo sometimes prepares you before you close a matter. My husband has never been there emotionally. He's never been there sexually. So I'm used to not having sex. I'm used to not having a companionship. I'm used to not having at the end of the day.
Sure,
I'm used to having my kids.
Oscar, you are used to. Oscar, you are used to.
It's the truth. It was nothing new. The only change I never saw his reflection anymore. He was never in the house. He was never in the home. He was there physically, but never emotionally or mentally.
So until then, for how many years also out of the relationship?
15 years.
And then how old are you?
Years. I'm 37 now.
And how old is the guy?
He's 41.
So o gana go mature this guy. O gana go gola mokgwage ne?
So much so, the girlfriend she's 26 years old. Yana is all about the youthfulness. He's chasing midlife crisis and how to break her out of it.
So how many kids do you guys have?
We've got 3.
So bana ga ba go botsa mapo ka bana go etsagalang ka bana?
Bana they've always witnessed lifestyle. We've never fought. There's one thing he was never physical. But they knew lifestyle. It was normal for Bono, Mama Robalakam, Papa Robalakam. I understand.
And then how old is the eldest?
The eldest is 12.
And the youngest?
The youngest, he's 2.
So ngwana wa 12 years na khone go reada gore go foga go monate ne?
Ona khona o reada go ha monate, and to such a point where there's a time when abotse ntate wa are papa why mara wena o sa khone ho rata mama o no mo nyalla eng. This is a 12-year-old boy.
Shit.
Why did you guys get married? Because ke o bona ha o rate mama. I've never seen you o haka mama o musuna. I've never seen you laugh le mama le qoqa ka tlung. So why did you? Mama, don't worry. We're happy now. We'll make sure of it. It's always been the 4 of us. That's how we will continue until the day all bless like a husband. This child is 12 years old. I just lose all hope in love. One day the day will find a husband that would love me. Nahana. Ngwanaka is forced to laugh for say or grow emotionally. I speed. So yeah.
And the last question, the very last question. The very last possible question, I know some other people want to know. Didn't you notice the red flags for this guy?
Hence I said I've always been collecting them. Because I'll pray about it, I'll fast about it. God will make a way. And there's something called God is gonna make a way. My mother-in-law was my best friend. She still is today. Me o ha ona ntho sa etsang ha ona fasting re sa etsang guys to ke le jetseng keto diet ha nke next on le me o never fast re pray about things. All the red flags, the first red flags was ho bona me o ha rate me wa hae akere nana bantu. The second red flag ke mo bonang hore ona whenever I achieved anything he saw me as his competition. I get now I'm supposed to be a helper. If I get a job, a good job, we get on better. But that's not what the thing is about. I'm your helper, not your competition. Number 2. Number 3, onabatla who isolate from my family. Your family members saka deleting on lower the next day. But I not so peace can only be held no mother-in-law, none of his sisters were allowed to come. None of my siblings were allowed to come country. You understand? And another thing this guy knows come next guy baby. Inside out, up and down. How next that guy? Never. Never. He is backslider fella. That's when it all came down.
So on a se and then how like no yana on a piece I think ne.
PC, oh, beyond understanding. Ke
So the
tswile
red
ka
flag, I mean the utswele May.
eh
Okay, and then the flashbacks ha ngedi go tla mogela. How are you dealing with the flashbacks? Sa ga no gopola mosadi a le modimo ga monna.
Zona, to be quite honest, Oza, I think I have for now I'm on autopilot, if that's the right word to use. Kinkile that memory I block her out. I'm on survival mode, when my utmost responsibility on to create a new norm, a new healthy norm for Banabak. Once I see them being okay, I can start dealing with me emotionally. But no, I can't afford to break. I can't afford to lose myself because but when I was no.
So okay, fine. An honest question, the very last one. Honest question.
Yes.
In most cases, Khabatobaya through separation, there's always a helper, side helper. Don't you have one need to help you deal with this frustration?
What's about you gonna laugh, ne? I've got a helper, but it's far away.
Oh, okay. But at least a good night, yana to keep you going.
Good morning,
good morning.
Yes. It was okay, you are still wanted. Understand? You're not eating, and I will not lie. I won't go. Yeah, you're not eating.
All right, no, thank you, Madeleine, for your honest answers and everything. Thank you for sharing your story with us. And then I'm happy that you left. And I get a divorcing, guys. I get a malo divorce. Mare, this lady, Yvonne R, it really out of na bull. About set out near for. I won't stay for this crap. Mare, and Lumupe R, first time, moon, crazy. When I a woman on top, more the guy, munna waka. About okay, no, fine. The game is twarel. Arabari, take a fast day. Aba munna mara no, baby, I'm spiritually attacked. Ki witchcraft. Ne? Araba ipinda foot game 2. That's when she left. So sometimes Baba na like I said, na. I give you 10 o'clock. Like I said, not cheating is a deal breaker for me. You cheat, I fuck off. I be the worst part for in action. But guys, also
Thank you.
That's why, like, I see sometimes ne, o kara o tlo bua le motho, o gakolla motho, in a rightful man. Mare because of son mo gakollang ka sona. Se trigger di past, maybe tsaka or tsa papa de wena treat ba mga teng. E be di feel gore mara, why o sontse re wa nna? He? Tswa fo, wena go ntse no, hard handle no, a go be yellow guys. You cheat on me, I fuck off. Like period. Yeah, I want to more requesting. It's quarter to 12. I kiss le chapeau. Le chapeau. Fela ya lo katlego. Ke mang? E katlego. Yeah, I don't know. So it means you guys are sorted, ne? Okay. Styles of Sahur request already one is one and must come to an end, must fall. Totalbliss.com. Total Bliss.
Hello, Silike.
You want a voice out? Come on, okay.
Ke teng a skisihle.
Le fa pressure di voice ano.
Ha monate today. Askis auswaka. What the topic here today ne? I'm so relating to it. And it's a narcissism lady divorce so basically wait again go perpendicular ka mo go baba ka mo releng teng. So my story is so my story is I got married to this guy religiously. The process is you don't get to know the person before you get married to but like with courtship. So all went well and good, and we got married within a short period of time. And obviously, how limo that situation, you are love bombed. I can put it that way. Kore, I'm sorry to use the term, so ke irile homework very well to understand the situation ke le mo yona. So I was love bombed. Obviously, I became imbalanced. Like one of the red flag, I couldn't notice them because I thought this person utlaka bu genuine, utlaka pelo e pila, utlaka butle. And it was so much like a blessing. I'm getting married with a 12-year-old son. This person o nyetse ko gae ka tswa ka re ke a virgin. So all went well. I think I got married April 2017. Ka di 1 June, we moved in our new house in our both names. So hence nako iya, you know man, in marriage, you know gore you are a woman and he's a man. There's a role that he needs to play and there's a role I need to play. So now I was ready full into this marriage. Come out of my baby. Only to find out this person 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Corey, I'm gonna tell you just the discovery of the reality, not the spiritual
How
stuff.
old now?
This person, now I'm 37, my dear. We have 2 kids in marriage. So I've got 3 boys altogether.
Okay.
My first one is now 18 years. My second is turning 4. My third is only 10 months.
And how old is the guy?
For the guy is now 43.
Okay.
Yeah, so kana kwa di lockdown, I've came to pick up some things still gore this person a sinke a latlhe mama, you know. Ke motho le ha tswa ha furu montshare le boshiu o bula le mama le papa every day, and that's so impossible. You have a family, you have a wife. I was at some point, I remember a situation, I was 8 months pregnant. Ili weekend, motho no tswa Sontaga a rate. I'm thinking of actually Saturday.
Total
I'm
please.
thinking,
Total please. Before
yes,
you go
darling.
on,
Yes,
kopo
darling.
correct ane.
Yes, darling.
Total please my pain. Nah, no
Okay.
kopo go botse. My pain and for you feel offended
Okay,
because of
darling.
utlel nna papa o setse a le nosi. Ke mo founela every morning just to check her on. Oh what? But anyway, ka
Mm.
utlwa ge. Eh, okay, no sharp. Eh.
But this one was
Lockdown.
overdone.
Okay.
Yeah, lockdown ke pick up ilo ke ngwana mama. Gore I'm married to a man, but ka mogara shinka hole this person. Ke motho a sa nyaka go
Okay.
anya letsele like every morning. And unfortunately now I'm not here for that. Motho o batla gore ke mo neneketse, like maybe the way mama ha mo neneketsang ka teng. Now I'm not here to play that role. The request ya marriage from this person was to say ke kopa wa ge lelapa le nna. So how big that is. So nna for nna ke rile ke fitlha mo motho ga a ready ka re motho ga itse gore what is his responsibility as a husband. How mmotsisa ka pay slip ke ntwa. How much or what are you doing at the expenses? Or very tricky, or very manipulative, or very mind games. Like full of mind games. For example, hale kopana mo lenyalong, I believe batho ba babedi ba tla le di-salary slip tse 2 ba dula fatshe, you know. Ba bontshana mabaka, or this is where we can go if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I never saw that. Ha ke kopa pay slip ke botsiwa dipotso tse ding tse 11 o itlisa maybe after 5 days. Ha re monna we supposed to maybe develop a spreadsheet. O tla se complete la feditse nna tshwantse ke tsenyetsa ka mo pele ga gae. So ke kry-ile dilo di le very confusing, di le very overwhelming ka nako, and ke iwane I don't know who to talk to. I don't know how to even express myself. I'm sorry guys. But to put the long story short, I started talking to my parents last year, get pregnant. And I get pregnant, I told them the way ke go hambi magating. So this guy, in a narcissistic way, he's very abusive. He's very selfish. He's very okare ke motho ba reng ke tshwara ke a o fora, you know? How no kena mo lenyalong o tshepisa heaven and earth. How kena ka mo o kra hell. I don't understand that. So right now, I'm about to start processing a divorce because ke feel like this is not what I signed up for. And health-wise, psychologically, financially, I'm very, very, very affected. So ke le utlwa ka di-topic tse today, di mpula matlho, di mpha di-ideas on what can I encounter taking my route. So it's a lot, Osaka. It's a lot. I'm just giving you a brief. So, and like I said, this whole thing go church. It's most men advice, and why it's ntate ba hatelana. So right now, I know gore ke ka modimo fela gore I am where I am. I can accept the situation. Ke tlogele go dream of this ideal that I was sold. Ko mathomong, you know. Bana ba teng, dinene di teng. It's like, yo, I've never experienced such an abuse mo bophelong ba ka. I've never been so lonely yet there's somebody mo pela ka. Ha ile ka ntlhela gona ko dikobong gona, it's his way or the highway. And so is everything ka mo ntlong. A guy a tlo botsang gore ga wa pia le bogobe, a o botsa gore you cannot cook bogobe ka pizza, so you're supposed to use the heart. O kena kae mo? Ke lwanela le dihartene, the color choice of the curtains. He would tell me, I love this one. Then what role pile am I supposed to be playing here? As tough as it is, I know it will be over soon. I tried so many times, getting more medication or antidepressants. At some point, I tried to take my life, but they're still young. I'm sorry, guys, but that's the pain that I'm going through. And it's funny how they can only take his sides. The way anger the way my problem is his money thing. Guys, it's tough out here. It's tough, so now I'm about to embark this divorce thing. I don't want anything from this guy, guys. All I want is peace. All I want is to love my kids peacefully. So, guys, women, we go through a lot. And we smile out there as if nothing is happening or all is well. I can't even wear ring, you know? Because it's not what I wanted. Excuse me for telling you all the story, but
Yeah, go tla siama. A hectic one. I don't know
so
ke mang a ka
ke
tsamaya.
fetile mo bo narcissistic.
A ke se ke mang a ka tlang a tlo bua le wena.
Wa itse ke a le utlwa le re batho ba bua mo di-divorcing a ba batle what, a ba batle what. Nna pila ke batle anything from this guy. Because nako na tshwantse a mpheng tsona, o ne a sa mpheng niks. If I can just get my life in order, ke boele ko life-eng ene ke ntse ke e phelang. And unfortunately, this person o kry-ile ke le very, very independent. Ke tenela flat-eng, I've got my own car and I had my one child. He came and messed up my life, guys. Mara a se selo. A se selo. I'll pick up where I left off. Bophelo bo botla hawane, and I choose my life right now. I choose my peace. I choose to be a loving mother to my kids. Ba eleng gore ke bona ba ntlhokang more than anybody else I see.
Guys, ka comment ka di-crying emojis, ne? You know what? When I total bliss, ne? It's fine to cry.
Yeah.
It's part of healing. It's part of healing, and even the weakest people, the strongest people do cry, and then crying doesn't make you weak. doesn't make you weak. It actually shows that you are strong, that you came to the platform to express the challenges you're going through. Ke go utlwile gore these two shall come to pass. I strongly believe gore wa bona gore you don't belong to be where you are right now. Hence, o bua ka gore you will start the process of divorce. A gona sepe se se etsang mosadi like owning the house, your yard, and ore ke batla rose efa, ke batla raka gwa, ke batla stuff of, but then if you don't have the chance mo monneng wa go, it's so heartbreaking. I don't know if there's someone over to go bua le ene. I don't know if there's someone over to go bua le ene. You guys are welcome to talk to her. And you will never grow in that kind of marriage, like okay, 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 you will never grow, my sister, let me tell you. And instead, ko bofelong o lose the confidence. Okay. Okay, then I'll see Mzwaki.
Total Bliss,
Oh.
how are you?
Hi, Osi. I'm hanging there.
Let me tell you my story. Ne? It's not really similar to yours, but maybe it will comfort you. Ne? My ex
Okay, Osi.
narcissist boyfriend, ne? Re na le ngwana nna le ena. And then when I fell pregnant, you know, you will have a plan of your life. I was independent now. I was working and studying part-time. I was studying LLB part-time. Ne? And then when I was doing the last semester of my LLB, I had planned to the following year, I'm gonna resign because I was working for government. I had to resign so that I can join a law firm and do my articles, right? That was my plan. You know, I worked hard and then I studied and I passed. And then I remember that was in 2019 when I did my last semester. This guy just rocked up from nowhere. Like, remember, relationship on and off. He rocked up nowhere. And then during the time of our relationship, me and this guy, we had never had unprotected sex. Because our relationship had never been to, you know, that serious stage. So this particular day, this guy, you know, just modi WhatsApping and what, and we started talking. And then he came to my place. And I think because he took advantage, because he always knew which buttons to press. Like, he knew my soft spots, and he knew that I loved him, and he took advantage of that. So this particular night, when I've just finished my exams and I'm excited, looking forward to graduation and doing my articles, Satani Shuwatla, okay, sharp. That particular night, that guy refused us to use protection. Like, we fought for like about 2 to 3 to 5 minutes because we had never done it, until he overpowered me. And then we had unprotected sex. That was the first time, and I fell pregnant. And then later, after when I had a baby, this other day he said to me that your body is warm. I'm like, okay, but I'm not sick. He said you're probably ovulating. And then I remembered, that day, this guy kept on saying to me how my body is warm. So it means he knew that I was ovulating, and it means that he actually planned to get me pregnant. And guess what? He was never there during the pregnancy. This guy planned to impregnate me and leave me. You understand? You know, I cried every day during my pregnancy. I don't even know how I would sleep. Like, I would cry to sleep. Like, I would cry myself to sleep every single night because he was never there. And then I thought, like, Mara, guys, if this guy was not, he didn't want this pregnancy, I mean, how did he act that way? Because he forced himself on me that, well, not forced himself to have sex with me, but to have sex with me without protection. And then, you know, that thing broke me because it messed up my whole plan for my life. I couldn't resign the next year because he was not looking after the baby. And then that salary that I was getting where I was working, it was very decent compared to when I'm a candidate at 10. When you're a candidate at 10, you only get a stipend. So the planets, you know, I see them crashing in front of my eyes. This guy was not there during the pregnancy. He promised me that he was going to pay for a private hospital for me, because I had never been in a private hospital in my whole life, in a public hospital in my whole life. I told him that right now my finances don't allow me to get medical aid, and I'm terrified because I have never been in a public hospital. He said he was gonna pay for a private hospital for me. When that time came, that guy was nowhere to be found, my sister. And this is the person that knew that I was ovulating, and he forced himself. Actually, that guy planned to get me pregnant to destroy my life, right? Because he knew that once I had that baby, I wasn't gonna be able to leave my job and go and do article. He was an attorney, ne? So he didn't want me to get to the level where he was. He planned to destroy me by getting me pregnant, ne? I used to cry myself to sleep every day, feeling like, why is this thing happening? I want to do my articles, I want to pursue my legal career, but this is happening. My sister, it was hard. It was very hard for me. But let me tell you, today he is late. Ne? He passed away 3 months ago. Ne? Today, at least I eventually got the courage to leave my job. And then now, currently, I'm a candidate attorney, and I'm earning a stipend. I'm earning only 30% of what I used to earn, right? Just imagine how I am surviving. And then he was assisting me, but he also passed away 3 months ago. And when he passed away, he didn't leave anything. There's nothing in his estate that his kids can inherit, because he registered every single thing in his his family members' names. So this guy did not even have a single asset in his name. So there's nothing in the estate that the kids can even inherit for us to be able to take care of these kids. When he passed away, I found out the guy had maybe plus minus 9 kids, and he was only 35 years old. So that thing destroyed me. I feel like guilty. I feel like, Mara, how could I have been so stupid? Like, I know myself to be a very smart person. How did I allow this? Like, I was struggling from self-blame for the longest time, until I decided that, you know what? Maybe there's a reason why God made my path to meet with his path. This is the reason why, if you can even check my content here on TikTok, and what I always tell people, like, I decided to use my experience to try and help other people, who are going through divorce, just to bring some kind of enlightenment, you understand? Because I don't believe what I experienced was in vain. So I decided to use it to try and help people. So what I'm trying to tell you is that this person might have come to your life and make you feel like now you are trapped, you can't go on. Like, now you are thinking about your past life before he came in, and you feel like, Mara, how did I get here? Because I was doing so well, right? But I'm telling you that there is a reason why this person came into your life. For now, maybe it doesn't look like there's a good reason, because everything about the relationship is just bad. But once you get out of it, you're going to see that this person was in your life to teach you something. Right? You take the lessons, even if a relationship is bad, like what? Just take the lessons. If there are no good memories about the relationship, at least the lessons are there. And then the lessons are going to help you to become a better person in future. Ne? So, Oscar, feel better. Why not just sit and have a plan? Don't just exit the marriage. And then one of the things I always advise people, or if you want to get out of a relationship, start by practicing emotional detachment, right? Because when a person, you detach from them emotionally, they don't have power over you anymore. Because everything I create an emotional reaction from you. You see all of these things that he is doing, they are hurting you so much because you are emotionally attached to him. But once you can learn and detach yourself emotionally, everything that he's doing is just gonna slide. You will not even have an emotional reaction anymore, because it will just be like the guy walking next door, either something. So Oscar feel better. You're still gonna achieve your dreams. You're still gonna get that life that you want, or that life that you used to live, that was such a happy life with full of joy and peace. You are going to get it. You are not stuck there. It's just a matter of time before you get it back.
Yeah. O sa re go tsenya o mongwe gore ke kgone go just to ba boeleng, and then from there kgone go tswelela gape pele se re ka mokgatane. Okay, o tswile. Naledi,
Ke a leboga, ke a leboga.
Dumelang ba botlhe le kae?
talo ga o sena Naledi.
Ke tena le kae sena ledi?
Hey,
Ke teng. Moratiwa wa tsa keng? I want to encourage you, Jeka Osna lady that I am, gore what you're going through is the worst, and ke kgopela tshwarelo man, gore you have to go through all that. And I want to reassure you, gore not all men are like that. There are still good men out there. You are beautiful. I saw your pictures. You are stunning. You are a virtuous woman. O mosadi o ratang kereke. Like there is somebody out there for you. This one was not for you. And ke rata ntho e buileng ke rene gore o bane le exit plan ya gore o tswa jwang mo mothong o. You deserve better. That's what I'm trying to say. You deserve way better. You need to realize value ya how as a person first, and then from there gore o tlo kgone gore these are my boundaries, and there is no man out there o tlo tlang a jumper these boundaries, and o kgone bear your foot down. I like the fact that you are independent and you are able to do certain things for yourself. Just for encouragement, this is now I'm happily divorcee woman. And I'm not advocating gore basadi ba tsamaye ba divorce, definitely, as Botshelo said. But if it's not working, let's agree gore it's not working, and then we move on. Nne ke nyetse narcissist. Wa tsa gore motho o nana le low self-esteem e nngwe e leng gore it does not matter what you do or how you do it, it's never good enough. Nna I was abused every weekend ne ke robala sepetlele because ne ke shapilwe. Every weekend, to a point, because ne ile le sole monnaka, to a point mo ileng gore go 1 million, they even gave me an ultimatum ya gore it's either I get this man arrested or they are not treating me. You understand? And still, I would make sure ya gore ke a mo protecta, because next realize value yaka as a person. I withstood all those abuse. Can you imagine that? Mara ke di duletse. Motho o at some point at home question even paternity ya gare self, the way nana le low self-esteem ka gona. I believe gore mme wa hae might not even be mme wa hae. It has, I'm trying to show you also it's got nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with this person. Even if o ka patlama gore a tsamaye mo dima hao, that will still not be good enough for this person. Because a gona ntho ka dirang in front of mahlo a hae e leng gore e tla dira gore a realize gore you are an individual, you are worthy, you are beautiful. Una le wena gona no o bona o ka re ha bone that beauty. But the minute o tloga pele hae ke gona realizing gore damn, I had a diamond in my hand and I messed it up. So nna mantswe aka I to my 2 cents worth ke gore has wena le one, you're going to get backlash. Let me just warn you, especially from kerekeng, from go family members, the minute over bontsha gore wena you want to pull out. Everybody might come against you because by dire as if wena ke wena motho o mobe. Mara my encouragement to you ke gore put yourself first. Please try to be selfish ka wena o te pie pele out of everybody, le di opinions tsa bona le di judgment tsa bona. At the end of the day se tlhako se se apere ko wena and se fisha wena akere. So even motho mo sorry moratiwa
o ka nna wa phosa for now ne a o se ntwa ke a re tsana mo meeting o kopa bua o sta le mo line o kopa bua fela no yena a khonotso a ye meeting.
Okay,
o ka nna wa mute fela if o wa sentse wa tswalla pele.
Okay, thank you Osnaledi, thank you Sabine. Oh, total bliss, you are so beautiful inside and out. I was looking at your
Ke a
profile.
leboga.
You are beautiful in and out. Never let any man make you think you are worthless. You are not worth anything. You are still young. You can still make it out there. It's a failed marriage. It was never your fault. What I want you to do is forgive him and forgive yourself, Nana. It's going to be fine.
Okay.
Yes, Hona and holy fifi. It's in a tunnel. You know, in a tunnel, before there's light, it's dark. That's where you are. But that light is gonna come. When you will get all the support from your family. Tshepela mo Modimong. Hold on to his garment. He is going to see
Amen.
you through the whole thing. And you will come out stronger. One day you're going to come back into this life and say, ladies, this is where I am and I'm thankful. You will relive your tongue, your testimony. And whoever is in the same shoes they were, you'd be able to tell them something different and it will uplift them. I am so
Indeed.
sorry. It was never your fault. We just get re kena mo di-relationshipeng mo manyalong re kopana le disatane tsa batho. But it was never your fault.
You.
You've got beautiful
I
kids.
agree.
Raise them, Nana. Modimo tlo o fa matla. Every morning when you wake up, ask him for strength. He does give you strength. And in
Okay.
this whole thing, you're going to come out 100 times better. And o tseba gore o ya ko kae. You will never settle for anything. You are so beautiful. Please, I'm instilling it in
Thank
you.
you.
You are
Since okay.
beautiful. God bless you, my sweetheart. I'll
Ke a
just stay on the
leboga.
phone. Thank you so
Ke a
much,
leboga.
Osti. Sure.
Yeah,
Also, another thing that I want to mention,
yeah.
I'm trying so much to have a backup plan. Ne? I don't know if ke tlo ka re ko nkela can I use this opportunity to ask for support because I'm also selling water, getting purified water, and I'll be posting isikhala on my page to say gore ke rekisa eng a tsamaya jwang and all that. I really appreciate for the support so that at least ke kgone ho work around my plans le le gore ke move out ke kgone ho ba na le backup financially because I don't want to end up ke boela to this guy and on my knees crying for support.
And then where are you based?
I'm based in Centurion now. I work in Arcadia. Gae ke tswa Mamelodi.
Okay. Yeah, ke sure. And then most of my followers ka thaba leng ko Pretoria. Yeah. And
Yes.
I ke se ke gore ke ne ka re nka go haka. Your story is heartbreaking and o sentse o le monyenyane, and all I can tell you ke gore don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Ga o motho wa ntle and o montle, and e re modimo ka leboga gore this guy on treat yana ke bereka. Go na le ba e leng gore ga ba bereke at all and ba mo situation o leng mo yone
Eish.
and ba na le bana.
Eish.
So and at least o sentse o kgone gore ko gae, ne? Ba bangwe ga ba na ko gae, bo mama
Eh.
ga ba yo, but wena at least ba go treat yana o sentse o na le ko gae wa iperekela. Go na le some other ladies gore ba tla fa ba re a ke itse gore like for example o mo a sa bereke ke ga re mo dira donation tsa gore a kgone go ya gae. So yeah, ke phela ke le mo lifeng everyday ka 10. I was never strong like
Okay.
yeah wa bona o sta bea ke yone yeah le ena wa bua ka I think maybe on Monday e re tlo bua ka kganya bo di divorce and all that so that o kgone go utlwa o sa reng o tla ba advice batho gore not gore ba divorce but the easiest ways to go mo divorceng ke efeng. Yo, wa itseng o re ntshitse mo tšhonong like your story is so heartbreaking.
Ke a leboga ausi.
But then after o bua le bomme a ke itse ngwana mo sentse a batla go bua gape yeah yeah ga ke re divorce but then a ke itse why go sa batho ba ntate ba re bolelele guys mare batho ba ntate ba ba leng teng mo life ga ke re lona ba botlhe mare ba ba leng teng mo life because of rona batho ba mentse re bua re re bona so re bona so re bona so re bona so guys ko pele ska commenta ka sonse ska commenta ka di-cry emojis ne a rona batho ba bomme re kgone go thipana ne re kgone go thipana ke tla go senya auspel re kgone go thipana re mare o le ga etsa so o etsa so ga o le pregnant o nwa se ne ke nwa se sebe se nthusa ne I want to know gore batho ba ntate bone ba ba leng ka fa are you guys telling me gore ga le kgone go bona gore mara this guy wa abuse mosadi tla re buelele or wena gape o ntse o itse o le teng mo lifeng ena ne o le a narcissist wa re eng ga o bona o utlwisa mosadi o mo botlhoko o utlwisa botlhoko the way re utlwa botlhoko ka teng and le itse motho wa mme o fragile the way re leng fragile ka teng le re utlwisa botlhoko la re bolaya la re crusha le re fetsa maatla re bo mme ra ima 9 months and it's very heavy for us we raise kids ra le tlhokomela mara ga le re appreciate instead la re gobatsa okay la ka tsenya go file lone
Wait, ba tlhoka prayer also. I think ba tlhoka prayer because Satan o bereka ka bona. And we're not saying they didn't go through dilo tse bad mo bophelong. We all grew up tough ka tsela tsa rena. But it's not in us to take it out mo bathong or e re ke choice gore o choose go become a mang o le an individual. Ke na le abandonment issues myself. And go leng yalo, I don't take it out on anyone because ke itse gore life ya ka it's unique and ke ya ka ntse modimo gore ke be teng mo lefatsheng. So we should pray for our fellow brothers.
o itse ausi total beast la go bolelele ne go na le ausi o mofana a re a kile a ipona a fastala monna hoping gore monna o tla change a re le mmatsola gagwe ke ga a ke se ke ausi re filo a sa ausi re filo ke se ke mang a re ke ga a re ha ke ga fasta le mmatsola gagwe hoping gore monna go tla change ne a ke itse ke eng se se ka se etsang gore bontate ba tlhaloganya gore a ke itse gore ana life ena e ka kgona ba change gore ba kgone nna ba bone gore like generation ya rona nou yana bomme a ke itse ga gona o tla kgalemala the problem is yeah auspele bua re kgone go kry o mongwe re kgone go nna ke lapile ebile itse re kgone go e ka reng ka
Okay. Dumelang, la nkutlwa? Ke utlwa?
yeah auspele yeah
Ra utlwa spell. Okay, so total bliss. I would say everything that you've gone through, I went through. I was married for 13 years, still married because we're still going through a divorce now, of which Okana go sign now. Motho o tsamaile 2020 August. Ke fetsa o pata my aunt. Peka di bag a re o ya ko mama gae. Yena, he's had enough, he's found happiness. Packed his bags, left. Okay, I didn't follow up. I didn't do anything because Linda next said ke utlwilwe ke go cheatelwa ka mo ke bana o etsa bana ko ntle. Ha ngwana a entswe ko ntle ke nna tšhelete ka tshwantseng etswe. O mongwe a feta ngwana family ya ko bongwanyana ya re batla tšhelete ya teng e tswa kae ko nna but nna ne ke seyo a cheata. So a re tlogetse ko ntlong for 2 years. Recently came back o setse a entse ngwana o mongwe 5 months ngwana now. The girl apparently mo cheatetse, so now he feels it's okay for him to come back home a tlo lokisa mo a sentseng mo teng. This person, I went through depression ka kena mo dipilising, but it was my choice to say it's my life. So if nna ke tlo ba mo dipilising all the time a ke bone go etsagalang that what happens to my 10-year-old. So I had to pick myself up. And then I fought to be where I am today. Last year early, my doctor and some of the pills in the depression. So now I'm fine. I still continue to stay at the house. Whenever he wants to come. Ebile ha o buisi.
And then he started now coming and saying, I want to come back. You need to accept my child because ngwana ke a gift from God. Ne? I didn't dispute it. Ngwana is a gift from God. But I get ngwana in and then ebe ke sa tlo ba monate. Understand? Because now I want him. So he made me believe without him I'm nothing. I'm okay. I can afford to do things for myself because I've been doing my own nails, I've been doing my own hair, everything. I do it myself. But he unchangile that mindset without me, how we anywhere. Like how you can't get your own place. That time I bought my own car. I'm okay. But in my head is I get sharp to be on myself. How move? How am I gonna pay rent? That time you're already paying rent where you stay because Natsea 6,000 every month from me. Unka 6,000 to reka groza o patala DSTV, you take care of your own child. But because o transform me le hore wena o believe hore you are not doing anything. When o tlo tsena setso bona hore I'm useless. I can't. You can do anything. You know, o gotlhile ko ntlong a paka ntse tla ka dibeke ganyane. And last week Saturday decided, he tried to push my bedroom to force himself into my room. And I pushed it back, like here, and I called my lawyers. No, this person is doing 1, 2, 3 to me. So how do I go about it? And I decided, you know what? I'm tired of dealing with the lawyer because the lawyer, okay, I'm going to draft a letter to his lawyers and wait for his lawyers to come back to me. I got out, he grabbed me, yaba manhandle hona mo, he stood in front of the car. The other part of me was hit him. But the other part was hit him and then I go to jail, then wanaka utlo sala le mang. Okay, so I stood there, grabbed my house keys. I still got in my car, I left Kaya police station, Mulela case. They arrested him. A day later, he was then released. Everything. I went back to the house, I packed my things, and I moved out. I made a decision for my own health, for my own. Is he gonna be like his dad? Because that was the one question he asked me. Mommy, am I gonna grow up to be like my dad? That killed me because that's not what I want. I want him to know he can be the best of himself. Shadowy Papa, yes, it's his dad, but he's not his dad. So I packed up. Last week, I packed from 7 p.m. at night. I took a black on Friday, and I moved the Friday. So at 7, I got my helper and Tusa. We packed up until 7 a.m. in the morning. We're packing. I didn't sleep. But today, I'm sitting in my own space, and I can never have so much peace. I haven't. I'm happy, like a sharp. So now all I'm waiting, because Uchano signed the divorce papers, right? I initiated the divorce. I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, I filed the divorce. Uchano signed. I've decided to take an advocate. So I'll pay the advocate, high court, let the high court decide because we married in community of property. So everything will be split half-half. All he's concerned about is his pension fund. So when I tell you, yes, you might be going through this now, but you will see the moment you walk out. I'm not saying walk out if you are not ready. You need to do it when you are ready. So you take your walk, you will, everything will just fall into place. Sometimes we're just sitting, hoping or one day you'll have strength to leave. If you are saying you are ready to leave. And things will, things will fall into place. I only took a bed. TV ya mo lounge for ngwana fela. But I'm okay. Get sharp. I'll see month end. Then ke patala my first rent. But I believe things will fall into place. Some people banna mo bophelong ba gago wena o re motho wa go aga only to find you are actually the blessing to his life. So how tsamaya, you live with your blessings.
you will have peace and you will be okay. Ke dutse le ena 13 years, I don't know his pay slip, but yena na tseba hore ke gola bokae. A etsa sure gore my salary gets used to the T. O sala sena next. Ya petrol o tla go zola. So that's why go botsa kere, you know, you will be okay. You were okay before him. You will definitely be okay.
Yes.
So I just wanted to share part of that story with you. Go botsa fela gore na girl, you're not alone. We're all there. But
Thanks.
you choose where na
Thanks,
go batla go
Hospital.
tseya tsela e feng and walk.
Okay.
All right.
Ke a
Thanks.
leboga.
Thanks, Hospital.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. O siame ne?
Ai ke siame Hospital, ke a leboga tle.
Yeah,
Ke much better.
whenever yeah. Yeah, o nne o follow life o nne o tle o tla utlwa basadi ba bantsi ba imetswe. Basadi ba ntse ba na mathata a mantsi. And then ba kgone go tla like le nna I learn. Like nakong a se gore ke leswa ke gore mara if ke be le nna ke se and in most cases ke ipotsa gore mara o mogolo ngwana ka mosana ga ka re ke tlhokofetse a ba feta fa yo gore ke utlwa ke felelwa ke matla ka re mara nka se kgone o survive with you. No thanks.
Yo. No, ke a leboga ausi wa ka. Ke tla le bona
Okay.
ge.
Thanks.
Thank you, bye.
Bye. Botlhoko ne o nna mo ntlong mo nna go raya gore sa beka pizza ga se nne fa ga o koloma ke sekono a ke se ke mana a bua last a re bolela ke maabane ke banyana o mongwe yana na bua a re motho a nnang le ene ne ba rekile botlhe go kae the guy right now ke bo ga o koloma ke sekono ga o sentse o a koloma ka o tla ko morago ka lefelo wa fela ga o ha mara banna yo guys banna ba re bolasha yo banna ba re gobatsa ka nako tlamehile o tlhatswetse bana o ba apele dijo tse di nne monate ka fa o gobetse o le tasty o e utlwa ya mara a o simole
Age o se botshelo.
le kae
Re teng le kae mama?
a re
Can you hear me clearly?
yeah
Okay. Eish, ne ke batla ho joina le bosantsana le one. And the most important thing e nna ke pick up ileng e ne ke batla go expressa mo yena ke gore the first thing ga na tlhasa story sa gagwe gore before they got married ne le systemela ya kereke ya gore you a ke itse ga la tshwanna gore le itsane and all that, and that's the one thing that I want to talk about. First of all, if a santsana le life ke re o itse gore ke eng ne, I'm part of the church and I understand those dynamics, and ke batla gore ko wena ke re we apologize, and I think baruti ba tshwantse ba thoma go joina in understanding some of these principles and policies tse ba di beang mo kerekeng tse di dirang gore bana ba batho ba feletse ba le mo situationeng tse ba leng mo go tsone. Wa utlwa? Ask Sinake for what you went through. And then that policy ya gore le ska itsane gore a ke tlhaloganye, because then how do you know gore this person ke motho wa mofuta mang? Those steps, that process is very much important premaritally gore e ke re itsaneng tlhe batho ba modimo. And then if the church e santsane e tsamaya ka melao ela e ne e bereka dinako tsela tsa kgale gone yaanong we are not living in small communities mo re tla reng ga re tsena kereke mo and then mmamokete ra mo itse ka mo ga gage and somebody can recommend mmamokete because ra itsane. We are living far apart. You need to know a person. You need to know gore ba golela ko kae family. You know o yang mo tlhaloganyo, because you could have picked up in that process gore this person is still clinging on the ko batswading, and then go tlhokega it's either a decide gore ha tswele pele le yena and made a better decision. Nka bo ngwana sa tsamang mo ntho a tsamang ka mogara yona. I'm just trying to gore out there to the ladies gore you know please before you get married, if you are in a church setup, ga dilo tsa so diragala, be careful and wena inaganele ka bo wena gore you know a time ya go itsane before the marriage. And I'm not saying people should sleep together or anything like that, but I'm simply saying have the relationship with the person. And if the church is gonna say when you're not allowed to know a person before o monyala, think twice and see gore ana o ka kgona go kry-a batsadi who can come in and who intervene where bone gore this thing, what do they mean ha ba re ga la tshwana ho itsane and then you must just meet on the altar and then get married and you don't know this person. How is gore o goletse ko kae go iragalang ka yena? Those things are it's a red flag for me. Wa understand? And unfortunately ngwana mo ga kgona tsamaya mo e leng gore o ka ba a kry-ile that opportunity to learn this guy and then make a decision whether she wants to still go ahead with the marriage or not. Or even if naka se mo itse totally, but at least you would have picked one or two things up and then you make the decision knowing it's better to go into a relationship so o bone gore motho ntse yang than gore o setse le ka mogare relationship then you discover this guy every now and then everything ke ngwana mama. It's very much and got something we didn't have control over. But just to encourage her again, my sister, stay strong. I was hoping or somehow I get young and then just to comfort you, give you a hug and say but and hopefully you can breakthrough going forward. And I was just to mention I mean, these topics are very much important. And then now, I'm an adult child, a broken marriage. And then coming from a background, and a father who was an abuser. Actually, when my mother wanted to leave that marriage, the church kept on saying, stay. It's a topic for another day. But, my sisters, and everybody out there, let's think a lot of times about this thing, just going into a marriage. We put a change or we put a lot of things, and also consider the seed that's going to be born in that marriage, guys, is going to be affected by these things. And as a mother, you may try and protect their child, but believe you me, I started picking up the issues about my father when I was still a very young child. You understand? Eventually I joined them, but once I started staying in that house and experiencing these things, even today, my sister, I can't handle a person banging a door. It can be a drawer door. It takes me 30 years back. Actually, 38 years back. I can't handle two people fighting. Even some movies, I can't watch them because of that trauma. And I've been going to the therapy and all that and dealing with these things. I'm a better person now. I'm much more of a grown woman. But can ladies please understand that these things affect your children drastically? They affect your children. Whether you're gonna try and make sure guys, rabona. I can tell you since. Sorry, let me decline this call. But my father, one of the things that stuck out for me for many years was when he kept on lying to me. He would even lie to me as her daughter. I will never forget how that thing in trust ever. Promising and when he gets that money, he gets drunk and do whatever with the money. Those things are sticking out even as an adult. It takes you time to trust people. It takes you time to trust men. And it's by grace that at least I learned to give people an opportunity to understand. You understand? Ke cut people off because of my past experience. But I'm telling you, I'm pleading with ladies, when we go, these things are affecting bana.
Yeah, ausi Molika go utlwa ne. And yeah, no yana after o bua le call e le gona le kgole nna ka ikutlwa go morago.
Oh, go na le echo. Okay, it's fine. I'll drop off. I said what I needed to say, but I'll continue listening in the background.
Okay. Alright. Guys, I sort ke boregile. Ke bona sa mona mposa ke boregile. A ka borega. Ke fela ke wele mowa ke utlwile botlhoko too much. Story sa motho o se botlhoko total what? Total bliss. Mara a se kgolapa. Ke go tsena mane la re tumi ne. Mara tumi wa wella guys tlheng. Tumi wa wella ba bang ga ise ba tsene. Batho ba se ba tsene.
Dumelang gape.
Tumi ke ropeng business tlhata modimo kana tlamile ke ba tsenye.
Oh, ke tswe. Ke ba
A ka nna se to buile gore
No,
ya
ke
tla ba bang chance cause
okay, ne ke kene because of total bliss.
please okay no sharp girl.
Okay, so
Sharp.
e re ke tla ba bang chance ge sharp.
Okay girl. Guys, it's almost ke kopa gore re leke go sobolokanya gore ga te go etsa that thing sobi ne ntse re tshega re ntse re go accrua le mara a se go accrua le batho ba mane ke ba go tla mang yaanong guys go tla mang kopa leng advice info go tla mang hai ba itse ga se tlo go la accrua le go deep breath yaanong go deep breath go tla Jesus or go tla mang se it's too much if yeah Jesus. How holy Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Hi, Jesus.
How are you
Hello.
guys?
Good and yourself?
I'm good, thank you. I just wanna I just got in the middle of things. So I just wanna give a little bit of advice to the ladies that have divorced or broken up. There's a thing that we kind of do when we've just lost our husbands or relationships is to keep going back or keep having that doubt with where you don't know where you stand and you know you shouldn't go back, but you keep going back and forth and you keep banging your head against the wall and you know you shouldn't. So I just want to give a little tip to the ladies that you know from your intuition that you shouldn't be going back because the situation just keep remaining the same and it means the guy knows that um, okay, so you are allowing the things that I did before, and therefore he excels now. He goes to the next level, and the next time you come back, he goes to the next level. So, in short, I want you to practice praying to Archangel Michael, who breaks the bonds, the soul ties that you have with this person, because those soul ties, they switch you on every time you think about this person. Every time he comes back and says, or he texts you, they switch you on. They switch that thing on. No matter how much you think you're over him and he's done all these bad things, they just switch you on magically like that. And you kind of want him back because you're lonely and you're in that position where you don't want to see anybody else. You're so hurt, you're not seeing anybody else. So it's very easy to fall into that trap. So praying to Archangel Michael actually helps to cut those soul ties. You need to cut those soul ties, and it cuts them from everybody that you've dated from 7 years back, because you actually get tied to anybody that you felt emotions for, that you've kissed, that you have had a fight with, that you have slept with. For 7 years, you have soul ties to that person. You can have soul ties to places, things, and you need to cut these soul ties. They're also called emotional cords. So you need to cut these and you need to pray to Archangel Michael. And you can also go for emotional cord cutting treatment as well if you find that you are not capable or you're not being heard when you are praying. But just try and pray and ask for Archangel Michael to cut the emotional cords that make you feel some certain way, that makes you keep going back to bang your head against the wall. I didn't hear the whole conversation, but you're speaking about narcissists, and I know all about narcissists, how we keep going back to them to bang our heads against the wall until we bleed. So we need to keep cutting those ties. That's the advice I have for the ladies. Pray to Archangel Michael to cut those emotional cords, or go for an emotional cord cutting.
Michael
Pardon?
Angel. Michael Angel.
Archangel Michael.
Archangel.
There are many angels. Yeah, Archangel Michael. There are many archangels, but Archangel Michael in particular, he deals with emotional cord cuttings. Just Google Archangel Michael and look at the work that he does for God, and one of them is cutting the cords. So if you are really not able to use it, then go for emotional cord cutting treatment. And you need to do this after every relationship, every kiss, because you carry it into the next relationship, and you carry those energies into the next relationship, and you find yourself missing that other person. So just do that, guys. Do yourself that favor and cut those cords. Every year, go for an emotional cord cutting. You will find that you actually start not to fear that man when he comes back. You are able to have that standpoint. Like when my ex-husband, I used to fear him. It takes away that fear as well. I was able to now, all of a sudden, when I did my emotional cord cutting treatment, I was able to now stand up against him and talk to him and answer him and ask him questions. Because when are you going to do this? You start having that bravery now. So please do the emotional cord cuttings, because they also cause that fear that you have against your ex-husbands and exes.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus Christ.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. How what? How Angel guys. It's okay for you guys. I'm not happy. Ke abuti man tate khosa na le wa request ne. At least na le ntate mo ntlong bo ko ke na so ka tshiko ha o request re go ke na ire. Ga go George Michael batho. Ga go George Michael. Hey, go Archangel. Go ga bo Archangel. Tata khosa ene re go tsa ka tshiko go a gana man go a gana ya ke se ya reng. Ore sentse e tsena Archangel. Archangel. Re tlo bua ka wena guys. Archangel. Ska a gatlhele lona. Ao. Le bua le ntsha ka dinko. A bo timo thololo. Go po request ne. A ke tswetsang. Go tsenya ntate pele tu. Go aga ka jego itse ga se tlhole accrual a se tlhole se go Archangel man. Ntate na ba tlo tsena guys. Ska re na le favoritism. A gona a ke botsa o mongwe. And then ke bone our big brother but ha ba tlotla lena ke tsore why. Brother skopo o tsone mola ya request a Vienna. Request a Vienna. Bo Oscar bona ka gone ke di submarine bo ba tla la mo comment section. Anga wa to request ba re bolela gore why ba re header yana. Ha. Yeah. Ntate lolo khosa. It's a khale it's a khale it's a Hi, near fuck. Okay, then who's next more listing guys? Because I would do mutolo wile. Who's next? Button. Oh, okay. Who's next? It's Tabia. Oh, it's Tabia. It's Tabia. It's Tabia, ne? Oh, okay, Tabia, welcome. Ah, again, that demo to all questioning all of you. Buddha. Buddha. Buddha get on guys. Oh,
Hi, hospital.
hi.
Lega.
Don't guy.
Keteng. Hospital na kutlweletse story sa that lady wa ko Centurion na se botlhoko ne.
Yeah.
See, similar to my story. Remember when you helped me, when you were helping me only got confidence and depression, you didn't hear the whole story, ne? Yeah, the baby daddy. So, ha ke tlo tsana mo depression in hospital, it was because this guy, the way nine treatileng ka teng, unshile ke le financially broke. Really positive. I cannot blame him for that because we both played a part in that. One understand. Financially, I was drowning in debt. Ko spanning bianong ne gisentsane go le blind. Ne gisentsane bianong ba nyaka le go retrench. Okay, fine. I went through depression. Osbotshelo ka mkhoko buditseng ka teng. I lost self-confidence. Kana ko mental institution ya rena ko hot 7. Yeah, one military hospital for 3 months. But dilaka the mental issues tag. The thing is, how Toma Ukria breakthrough osbotshelo ka mkhoko butseng ka re unthuste ka teng. Remember I told you how Ukria breakthrough oba happy you get your life back. Kakra the guy onoko botsang ka yena or I'm happy. Remember I send you an SMS or the guy nansetsa mahadi 3 weeks back.
Yeah.
So the baby daddy found out about that. What he did was that he went to a guy and threatened the guy.
What?
Yes. He anyala nna o itse gore o tseya le yena. So nto e nkutlwisang botlhoko thata gona banong osbotshelo, like I don't know whether guy was habiwa because I've reported him ke mo muletse di protection order but nothing is happening because nna ke tlhaga ke ko Mamelodi. Wang understand. Hona no ke mo dilemeng ya gore the guy o right those botshelo ka mkhoko butseng ka teng, like I'm happy le guy o montšha o. It's not that ke mo kreile gona banong ke motho o ileng gore o helpile through the whole process ene ke tsamaya mo yona. But now ke na le this fear wa ntlhaloganya kore le ngwana batho a tlile ka dilo tse right for nna go na le that thing ya gore ke emetse anything to go wrong
from the baby daddy.
from yena the guy o currently o ke na leng yena.
Why?
Agona anything, agona red flag, osbotshelo agona anything, like the guy is more supportive and everything. But remember ko ke tswang ko teng, yes I had counseling and everything. But go thomilwe wa threateniwa ngwana batho kore la ira nto right o bona kare he's doing it now, couple of months down the line o tlabe a change-itse gape. So no, like
you need to work on that.
I need to work on that because now kwana ke bonang hore yes I can say osbotshelo ke sharp but ke feel like ke damaged right now.
Yeah, maybe. And
Ke
office on
the
that
things tse ke nyako di botsang ke lo tse ke di botsang ke nyako botsa batho ba bontate gore ba re damage to an extent ya gore even if o re mo wena or I'm picking myself up ke nyako tswela pele ka bophelo somehow o damaged ka mahare osbotshelo le motho o mo right o sa mmona.
Marano, mind you, this guy o go amogetse ka bana, o go amogetse ka your status, o go amogetse ka everything. Now it's go shipa as such ne I get it's go mo shipa mare you know submit more like submit more to him because half of a reason Okay, gona di past tsa go yes, but I think when also o le head, we ipoleletse gore o ipoleletse o hitse mara ha o heal enough.
Yeah, I think it can
Abuti
be
as
that.
a request. O stabile, otherwise o
So,
emotions. Cause go bofelong o fetsa simola o question
no,
no.
ke feel exactly hospital like hona nong ke mo ke up and down gape remember go botse gore ba ntlositse mo dipilising tsa depression ene after ba fetse go patala lobola I was so happy like ka mokgo ko rometseng di messages I was so happy but now ke up and down gape today ke tabe then the next thing ke be what if it happens to me again. That's how bad bontate ba re damage-ang ka teng.
Ka go utlwa mara ngwana mme o itse keng eo yena ska emesa that guy we love him, we respect him, ke monna gareng ga banna mare don't allow the past go go senyedisa.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
No, ga
It's
ona le
bad
2
because
months. Ga ona le 2 months, ga ona 2 months o ntshitswe magadi. I understand the damage e etsagetseng. And ga o choose gore ka heala no. A ke itseng kana go heala ga tshwana le go ka go tsaya motšhini o kata moriri ka o kata o bo nna letwadi. I understand.
yeah,
Mara try to work on that. And if possible, tell him. Ne?
how I feel.
Yeah, mmolelela gore se ke laugh ke na le problem. The thing is I want to protect you from that guy because that guy ke ena go mosha. Wa ntlhagane? And then ke feel gore my past it don't sense mo marriage o mo tlo reng wa utlwa gore eo yona e fresh and o go boleletse the guy is threatening him. The guy the ex boyfriend wa mo threatening. So bolella this guy as early as now gore le ga go bona o relapse a ba itse it might be, you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ke a o tlhaloganya hospital. Ke a o
Yeah.
tlhaloganya.
Go best gore o tlale an open book as in like na o mmolelela motho a go itseng ne ke le problem of depression ne ke le mo di antidepressant ke tswile mo tsone mara o bona this guy ga tla in the picture ish umbusta go gore ummolelela umbusta go mara go too much so kopa gore on support in this journey and I want to be with you and I respect you and I choose you and you know mo assure gore a se gore o metsa so mo assure gore motho ka go rata mara this thing ne ntse ke ntse pila ke ne ke le happy. And then le kganya gore o nthe ore you know the ups and downs. Okay, now I get you gore tswa kae because how I elaborate that, but don't allow it. Since go le fresh. Ne? Yeah.
Ka
Go sha
leboga
bona thora.
hospital.
Okay, my love.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Ke tsenya bontate fela no yana as a brief togone ke bona abuti Isaac Nkuna o ba bang ba tswi buda no ka yana. Thank you smosh. Smosh.
ne ke re ke jo go bolele nna mme a fetseng go tswa o bang o tswile anyway
Oh,
topic ya
excuse
lena
me.
ke le halfway a ke be ke nyaka o mmutsisa di-question a mputsise di-question at least re mo thusa wa because of
Okay,
bona
abuti.
gore motho o damage a gore banna ba botlhe ka re the same and which is we are not the same. And ke rata go botsa batho ke re ga le blame
Ha isa
banna
re
re
ba
ba o kopana a ke utlwa re
abuti
banna le
Isaac.
damage utlwa re banna ke bepi utlwa re banna la re damage basadi. It's not
Okay.
ba botlhe a se ba botlhe banna ba
Okay.
doing those things ba bona
Okay.
bana wa bone ke re ke nyoko bolela le yena but nna I prefer gore he lo motho wa mo threaten all the time le motho ha ba shift. It's not like wa motho for peace sake ha ba shift ba lo nyaka plekeng gore motho a mo lebaleganyana because of ntse a mmona e ba ntshongwe mo yena a ke re a re bone gold ha ke nna le wena a se botshelo ke bone gold a kere he se ke tloga o mogatla o ula gold and then go kry-a o le pila ka bosuku re ntho ne ke sa e bone ntho then ke thomo ba bang banna ba thomo bana le jealous wa understand bano yena ke bona a no shifta le yena mo plekeng e ba ye ko plekeng gore this person a kile na ka peace I think e ka mo thusa tshwe
Yeah.
so fele bjalo o tlo phela a se monna o tswela pele yena ona mo threatena he is happy kwa leng ko teng le mo data o threatena motho mong a se tlholeng a gore di a mo palla ko pele ko wa itshola is too late bana itse a ke decision ke ya hae mara le that person motho wa mo data ngwana bona ha be monna a ska re motho la mo threatena phela botsa misisi ka montlung ha tse decision yena self ha be monna a ska ba motho a phela balaballa mosadi gore e nna motho wa threatena motho wa nkira ha te kemelle le yena a ka se phela tshaba monno mo a lo motshabisa gore a bale le motho wa ha tiye monna ha bulele ka montlung ko strat nna ke le ko strateng ha o ka threatena ko strateng ka tsena ka montlung ka botse go dila le yona ko strateng ke tlo mmotsa jore tlo dila strat a ke lwele motho ke nna le ene ka te safer because of o tla monna ke ba monna then motho le ena o tshaba mara ha o mo fa maatla ntse o mo tshaba o ke mo fa maatla o wa ntshaba la bona le mo fa maatla o tlo threatena le mosadi ka ha or girlfriend ha be monna man a tlo lolla ka montlung motho wa threatena na ha mmotse territory jo ira so sire ha re bereke strata
thank you abuti Ike o Mamelodi
no aya kwa Trisville
oh okay thank you abuti
nna Trisville okay thank you
okay abuti thank you sorry all right a gona ntata bofelelo ka fa guys it's almost 1 o'clock it's almost 1 o'clock yo no go le bokete itse today no was easy no go le bokete and yeah we made it from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock guys kopo ikata like ana go do maka I'm drained like topics that like go di manager like before oban so ke kopa gore ke kere break nyana and tomorrow a kitse rona mo depressed as ka ra bua ka divorce cause ne re le go bua ka divorce ne ka moso ke freitag re go bozokana betere re bueng ka yeah no guys nna ke utlwile I don't wanna like ngwana mme o mo le nne ke ngwana motho kopa re bueng ka body speech delay tsa bana tomorrow Down syndrome autism age I think ADH la bona ne yeah I think how do you say what yeah re mo yona ka osane guys re bua ka tsona dilo tseo bana ba bana le special needs wa bona yeah re bua ka yona eo a ke tsore ya depress maybe or yo le depress a ke sure yeah tsona tseo di bona ka tsona tseo yeah a se ka bua pele motaba sa re tla bona late guys ke dilo tsa mazukuzuku ka Friday so go pa re bue ka tomorrow it lo le depressa ne le batla something se na le ba bavum ya depressa guys a re kry something light ge ai ka modimo ya a se ka ra buang ka osane ne a re etseng tomorrow is Friday we need something se se leng why not next week yeah a re etseng next week maybe ka boma Tuesday cause maybe Monday tle be re bua ka a re bueng ka Monday a re Tuesday tle be re bua a re tla bua ka yona Tuesday ke movela mo for Tuesday ne hai ke re kopa re imele mbeve no yana tu hai this on drink the father oh we Monday ya esembo Monday a re bueng ka the self care I don't know self care routines do some food tsinyalo maybe weight loss weight gain you know yeah ka moso ne okay yeah re bua le ka di STI ya bona like tsama le go kula malwetse guys le tlo re bolelela gore malwetse a rileng ka yanya di-infections tsa mo like do tsama le lo di-checka batho re bua ka female hygiene ka osane like go nne broad ka osane ne bo meriri bo lo ira bona bo eng so tomorrow is self care. Yes, self care. Tomorrow is self care. Yeah, and then I kiss Monday re bua ka career ne 10 o'clock tomorrow. Yes, Monday re bua ka career ne I kiss tla bona re bua yang career ge Monday, and then Tuesday ge re bua ka bana ne kids, and then Wednesday depression again re bua ka divorce. Oh modimo na re tlolla gore di lallantsho na re di cry baby bathong mara shara di kele le rona tsene divorce re tla nne re tsenya tse dingwe later on guys ke nyorile man ke tlo potla. I want to like guys, thank you for the gift. Man, halen pedi gift khanon go man. Nie fok guys. Nie, ke kopa di gift ba fetu. Ke kopa di gift. Kelle. Maybe when you what? Yeah, today ne go depressing guys. Yeah, guys, ke kopa di gift da ko re ka savana ba fetu ka ikopela raso. Yeah, thank you guys. Now, thanks for following me. And then Libihevile Hara Krashana today. You guys are the best. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the gift. Yo, I appreciate that every day. And then live over the guests to help me when I was baking. Leading just a game about feet. Meet up or talk, Mare. Ro wana gore meet up or right only if you guys le tshware sharp mo the comment section in gare crash bana ba bang. Hoba it all of a chance is sharp. I we still assessing assessor this day, ne? And then the other thing is honali WhatsApp, but I'm discouraged because of already but was scamana go after was scamana go do WhatsApp mo bonkadime chelete nkadime. The next thing they come to me and get like let's wait kanya lessons. It is safe. There are those people who WhatsApp but they came with bad intentions. So guys, let me live and love you and go have my savannah. Like savannah kana savannah before savannah e batla mo heading into so o tlhape wa pela bana wa bore bogobe ka stew o fake carrotnyana ore ore di herbs he ore hitara e se ka stro ore hitara le gone o reka dile ma 12 ga go di mse ka reka 6 sa savana tshoro sa kgodisa ga e bereke o bore 12 savana go ya go gym mo ma 18 ma 24 go le mosadi o nna savana ga no 6 guys ke lona that's why le na le ditšhuba ba le nna le di-posa face because of sonso se nwa o ntse gore se tshwanetse kgodisa. You understand? So ke kopa gore ga re reka savana le reke 12 18 24 se ka la mpotsa gore why sa ntlha pele because of ha ke konkisi ha ke rete bogolo le seng o bore chilisi wa ntla o bo tlhaba matsogo o bo ka TLB o re pele o ga fetsa o latlhela o alla o bo bule savanele o bo re first gulp o bo second gulp e be fela o bo tlhamalla nna o upetswa ka spinal or ha o fetsa o bula engwe immediately. Guys, I love you. Bye bye. Shabu.